I'm David, and I'm 21. Do you have an idol who you'd be ready to do something crazy for? More than anyone, I love Kylie Jenner. From morning till night, I leaf through her Instagram pics and watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I even have a collection of magazines which interviewed or mentioned her and her beauty products. If this seems a little ridiculous or strange to you, then you'll be completely blown away by my story. I don't know how not to like Kylie. Most of my colleagues, and even my friends, laugh at me because of it. None of them got upset when she started dating the rapper Tyga. And none of them were as overjoyed as I was when they broke up. Were they blind? To be honest, I didn't even care that much about their jokes. Kylie is the coolest girl in the world, and I just knew one day that we would meet. I thought about it and came to the realization to get Kylie's attention, I needed to get on the Forbes Top 100 list or walk on the red carpet at a Hollywood event. This wouldn't even be that big of a problem. I'd just become a famous actor. I mean, just because I'm delivering pizzas at the moment doesn't mean I couldn't become a huge star. Lots of celebrities started out almost homeless. To make my dream come true, I started acting class and started going to auditions. I wasn't very lucky, and sometimes I thought I'd be delivering pizza for the rest of my life. But I had to remember the positives, that I live just 30 miles from Hollywood, that I'm a decent-looking guy, and that I also have a talent to be able to do lots of different voices. The casting agents were never that impressed when I did voices, but my customers of my pizza job were just thrilled. Imagine answering the intercom and hearing Pierce Brosnan tell you your anchovy pizza has arrived. I could have gotten great tips for my talents if I hadn't been delivering pizza to the wretched outskirts of Los Angeles, where only students and blue-collar workers live. But my time was going to come one day. A colleague of mine fell sick, and for a couple of days, I covered their route, delivering pizzas to the wealthiest areas of the city. I was getting ready for another order when my boss called me over. David, today is your lucky day. Guess who just ordered a pizza? Kylie Jenner. My jaw dropped at the news. Fortunately, I had washed my hair just that morning, and I looked amazing. My chance had finally come. I also remembered my little hidden camera I bought for casting and auditions. Oh, how useful I was that day. Once the pizza was ready, I went over to Kylie's luxurious mansion and rang the doorbell. Inside, I could hear music playing loudly, and I began to think no one had heard me ring. After 5 minutes, the door opened. On the threshold, instead of the magnificent Kylie, there was a guy, really muscle man that looked like a security guard. He looked down at me and told me to take the pizza into the kitchen. I hadn't even dreamed of getting into Kylie's house, but here I was. This was the door handle she would have touched. That was the floor she would have walked on. And there was the kitchen where she made her sandwiches. The whole house was full of people, but none of them paid me any attention. I'd never seen a party as off the hook as this. Everywhere you looked, there were gorgeous girls. But I couldn't see Kylie anywhere. Kylie, I hope you can forgive me, but I just had to. I subtly set up my camera in the kitchen. I was going to learn a lot more about Kylie than her mom and her followers. I made for a hasty exit, but some guy stopped me at the door. I froze. He was about to ask about the camera, wasn't he? But no. Instead, he asked if I wanted a drink. I was about to say no, but then it struck me. Why not have some fun? It was a fun and crazy night. While I was looking for Kylie, the people at the party were constantly filling up my glass. After a couple of cocktails, I felt a lot more liberated, and I started to show people my talent, voices. I did an amazing Al Pacino. Everyone laughed and asked for an encore, again and again. I was the star of the party. I'm just sorry that Kylie didn't see this. When she entered the room, it was already towards the end of the night. She was so luxurious and so blurry. I only saw her from the back, and I wanted to run over to her, but my legs gave way, and then I don't remember anything. I woke up the next morning with the mother of all hangovers. Strangers asleep all around me. I was afraid to even think what I'd done that night. So I grabbed my jacket and ran home. I was pretty sure she'd be angry that the pizza delivery guy, who wasn't on the guest list, had crashed her party. My head hurt terribly, but I was so happy and so proud of myself. At work, I told all of my colleagues that I'd spent the night at Kylie Jenner's house. My colleagues laughed and didn't believe me at all, but I had evidence. My video from the kitchen of the star herself. I gathered everyone into our staff room and turned on the recording. I was sure that now everyone would see how amazing Kylie is and would follow all her social media accounts, just like me. In the video, the door to the kitchen opened, and in the frame appeared a fat old man in a towel. This was a nightmare. All the other delivery guys laughed at me, and most of all, my ugly boss reveled in the fat man in the towel. Is this the Kylie that you spent the night with? The love of your life, isn't she? Ha ha ha! What an idiot. There's no way you'll work in Hollywood. You'll be delivering pizzas all your life. He burst out laughing and told me how cleverly he had fooled me. It turned out that that wasn't Kylie Jenner's house. This was my boss's idea of a joke. And the fact that I saw her from the back had just been my drunken imagination. I'd never felt like such an idiot. I even thought that maybe my boss was right. I'm a terrible actor, and it was becoming pretty clear that me and Kylie were not on the same path. She's a star, a millionaire, a beauty icon, and I'm just a stupid pizza delivery boy. With a sigh, I put on my jacket, collected another pizza, and went to deliver to another house in the poor part of the city. Suddenly, I found a stack of papers in my jacket pocket. I took them out and froze in shock. They were business cards. The business cards of famous producers. There were names on them that I'm afraid to say. It wasn't for nothing that I was at that party. That same day, I called one of the producers. He remembered me and told me that I did some wonderful impressions that night. We carried on talking, and you'll never guess what I have tomorrow. An audition. The producer said it's just a formality, that the real audition of my talents had been at that party. But still, wish me luck. I'd likely start as an understudy, but this is the first step of my acting career. Perhaps me and Kylie's paths will cross. I just know they will. Except, do you think I should tell her this story when it does? Tell me, have you ever dreamt of meeting an actor or a star? Answer in the comments below. And once I'm in Hollywood, I'll try to arrange a meeting for you. Just remember to like my story and subscribe to the channel.